Tonight's presidential debate was political theater of the highest order. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump sparring over race, jobs, terrorism, and temperament. It got fiery, it got personal, and it all happened in front of a live audience expected to reach Super Bowl proportions. But did it move the needle in an extremely close race? We kick off this special edition of Nightline with ABC's David Wright, who's at the debate site at Hofstra University.
Good evening, Dan. As presidential debates go, this was a bruiser. Quite possibly the highest rated reality show of all time. A battle where the stakes couldn't be higher or the national poll numbers more evenly matched. This contest now down to these two survivors, two of the least popular politicians to seek the presidency in modern times. And in just 41 days, one of them will be voted off the island.
Typical politician, all talk, no action.
Tonight on Long Island, a battle royal.
I have a feeling that by the end of this evening, I'm going to be blamed for everything that's ever happened.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah, why not?
Donald Trump, at times barely concealing his contempt.
Now, in all fairness to Secretary Clinton, yes, is that okay? Good. I want you to be very happy.
Did his best to brand Hillary Clinton as the champion of politics as usual.
You've been doing this for 30 years. Why are you just thinking about these solutions right now? For 30 years you've been doing it, and now you're just starting to think of solutions.
Well, actually,
I will bring back jobs. You can't bring back jobs.
Well, actually, I have thought about this quite a bit.
Yeah, for 30 years.
I have, well, not quite that long.
Hillary Clinton did her best to keep a smile on her face.
Donald, it's good to be with you.
As she's stuck in the shiv.
I think Donald just criticized me for preparing for this debate. And yes, I did. And you know what else I prepared for? I prepared to be president. And I think that's a good thing.
Tonight's debate marked the first time these two candidates have shared the same stage in real time. The debate, the voters' first chance to compare them side by side. The last time they were face to face was more than a decade ago at Trump's wedding. Tonight,
that is just not accurate.
A lot less chummy.
Well, at least I have a plan to fight ISIS.
No, you're telling the enemy everything you want to do.
No, we're not.
No wonder you've been fighting ISIS your entire adult life.
Clinton goaded Trump about his failure to release his tax returns.
Because there's something he's hiding. And we'll guess. We'll keep guessing at what it might be that he's hiding.
Trump goaded her about her emails.
I will release my tax returns against my lawyer's wishes when she releases her 33,000 emails that have been deleted.
I made a mistake using a private email.
That's for sure.
I think we saw two Trumps tonight. The first part of the debate, we saw that Trump that was composed. Most of the rest of the debate, we saw that sort of visceral Trump.
Clinton questioned Trump's record in business.
Donald was very fortunate in his life, and that's all to his benefit. He started his business with $14 million borrowed from his father, and he really believes that the more you help wealthy people, the better off we'll be, and that everything will work out from there. I don't buy that.
My father gave me a very small loan in 1975, and I built it into a company that's worth many, many billions of dollars.
I've met dishwashers, painters, architects, glass installers, marble installers, drapery installers, like my dad was, who you refused to pay when they finished the work that you asked them to do.
Maybe he didn't do a good job, and I was unsatisfied with his work, which our country should do too.
I can only say that I'm certainly relieved that my late father never did business with you.
Both candidates faced questions about healing the racial divide, especially after the recent spate of police shootings, including Charlotte and Tulsa.
Do you believe that police are implicitly biased against black people?
Lester, I think implicit bias is a problem for everyone, not just police. I think, unfortunately, too many of us in our great country jump to conclusions about each other.
Well, first of all, Secretary Clinton doesn't want to use a couple of words, and that's law and order. And we need law and order.
Clinton did not call Trump a bigot, but she did call him a racist.
He actually was sued twice by the Justice Department. So he has a long record. of engaging in racist behavior. And the birther lie was a very hurtful one.
First of all, I got to watch, in preparing for this, some of your debates against Barack Obama. You treated him with terrible disrespect. So when you try to act holier than thou, it really doesn't work.
Trump blamed Clinton for destabilizing the Middle East.
Well, I hope the fact checkers are turning up the volume and really working hard. Donald supported the invasion of Iraq.
Wrong.
That is absolutely
wrong.
Proved over and over again.
I did not support the war in Iraq.
2002.
That is a mainstream media nonsense put out by her, because she, frankly, I think the best person in her campaign is mainstream media.
My question is, since you
would you like to
supported it,
hear?
why is your
I was against the war.
judgment-
Wait a minute. I was against the war in Iraq, just so you put it out.
The record shows otherwise,
The record
but why
does not show
why
that.
is your
The
judgment
record shows that I'm right. When I did an interview with Howard Stern, very lightly, first time anyone's asked me that, I said, very lightly, I don't know, maybe, who knows?
Actually, back in September 2002, Trump told Howard Stern he was for the war in Iraq.
Are you for invading Iraq?
Yeah, I guess so. You know, I wish it was. I wish the first time it was done correctly.
Each accused the other of being temperamentally unfit to serve as commander-in-chief.
She spent hundreds of millions of dollars on an advertising. You know, they get Madison Avenue into a room, they put names. Oh, temperament, let's go after. I think my strongest asset, maybe by far, is my temperament. I have a winning temperament. I know how to win. She does not.
Secretary Clinton.
Woo, okay.
Clinton hit back with a line she's used before.
So a man who can be provoked by a tweet should not have his fingers anywhere near the nuclear codes, as far as I think anyone with any sense about this should be concerned.
That line's getting a little bit old, I must say. Listen,
It's a good one, though.
I would like to.
Well describes the problem.
It's not.
Tonight's debate generated plenty of heat, but not much light. The subject of immigration never came up, and some of the other issues barely got past the name-calling. Trump accused Clinton of lacking the stamina to be president.
As soon as he travels to 112 countries and negotiates a peace deal, a ceasefire, a release of dissidents, an opening of new opportunities in nations around the world, or even spends 11 hours testifying in front of a congressional committee, he can talk to me about stamina.
I agree. She's got experience, but it's bad experience. And this country can't afford to have another 4 years of that kind of experience.
We are at the...
Clinton accused Trump of misogyny.
And one of the worst things he said was about a woman in a beauty contest. He loves beauty contests, supporting them and hanging around them. And he called this woman Miss Piggy. Then he called her Miss Housekeeping because she was Latina. Donald, she has a name.
Where did you find
her
this?
name
Where
is
did you find
Alicia
this?
Machado.
Where did you find
and
it?
she has become a U.S. citizen, and you can bet
really?
she's going to vote this November.
Okay, good.
I thought Donald Trump did well in the first few rounds, but in almost all the other rounds, Hillary Clinton won. I think Donald Trump, his tone got way off whenever he went and it got questions about his personal business or personal taxes. And I thought Hillary Clinton came in calm, cool, and collected, and she stayed that way.
And now the spin begins. The campaign's working the press corps, hoping to dominate tomorrow's headlines. And something you normally don't see in the spin room, Donald Trump spinning himself.
Mr. Trump, how do you think you did tonight?
I thought it was great. I mean, I got everything I wanted to say. I got it out, other than the transgressions of Bill. But I thought, and I didn't want to do it with Chelsea, who I think is a very wonderful young lady. I didn't want to say what I was going to say with Chelsea in the room. So maybe they're well off to bring Chelsea all the time.
Even though more people watch this debate than any other presidential debate in history, what's even more important are the reviews tomorrow. I'm David Wright for Nightline at Hofstra University.
David Wright, right there for history tonight. Thank you. And by the way, both vice presidential candidates, Tim Kaine and Mike Pence, will be live on Good Morning America tomorrow. Tune in for that. Up next here, was there a clear winner tonight? We get the post-game analysis from two of the sharpest minds in politics.